Tonight we have part two of our series, Getting Back to School in the Hazleton Area School District. We pick up the conversation with Janine Lasant and School Board President Linda DeCosmo talking about a survey the district is giving parents and guardians.
If they did not receive the survey, they can decide there are options. Their kid could either go to school or their child could learn from home.
Yes, but that is what every school is doing right now. They're calling them and asking them those questions. Do you want your child back? Do you want your child to stay home? Do they need transportation, or will you provide transportation? So those are that are going on now.
And then they have to stick to that for 45 days.
Yes, they have to. Yes, they have to stick to that for 45 days if the children are returning to school. We do have a plan in place. I think Mr. Uplinger is waiting to see what the state's going to do, but we do have a plan in place. He wants to try to get some of the children back, not all of them at the same time. Right now, his plan is to bring back special ed, the autistic life skill, and K1 and 2, half day, half coming in the morning and half coming in the afternoon, which would limit the amount of children that would be there. So, for example, in a kindergarten class, if there's 25, there'll be maybe 13 or 12 in the morning and 12 in the afternoon, which you can distance them. Mm-hmm. And that would be for the first 45 days of the semester.
What are the responsibilities of the school board as opposed to the superintendent when it comes to making the decisions on the questions that everyone is asking, as far as safety, as far as if kids go back in the classroom, as far as the cost of providing mm-hmm. the new equipment?
Yeah, we sort of discussed that at our last executive session, and I think we're, first of all, the safety of the children, the staff, everybody involved is our top priority. So we will be looking at that. We will be looking at what would be feasible and the best way for our children, whether they return, our staff, and so forth. And cost-wise, we have that care funding that we have to spend on anything that we need. So if there are things that need to be provided, we certainly will provide them. So we are on board with the superintendent and with everyone, and we'll make the decision as to what's appropriate for the kids. Yeah.
Lots of questions with 12,000 students. I'm sure
I know.
Individualized questions. How do people get in contact with whatever specific department they need? Questions as to, I didn't get the survey, I didn't get a phone call, will there be busing? Are children going to be taken care of with special needs?
If they did not get a phone call, they are to call the school that the children are enrolled in, okay, and get the information they need. I know that they have been trying, and there's quite a few that they have not contacted yet. Numbers are unavailable or so forth. So if they have not been contacted, then they need to call the school that their child is enrolled in.
What is the plan for children who do not have internet access?
This year is going to look very different from what last year was. Based on what the governor had said and how they had worked last year with the kids, this year it's going to be very different. They will be in person with their teacher. They have a new program, I guess it's Team, that the children will connect and they'll be live with the teacher in the classroom. Whether the children come back or not, all the staff will be back and they will be teaching from their classroom. Now, I don't know if they would do packets for them. I don't know how successful that was with them. And this year work has to be turned in for grades. So it's very different from last year.